Hi guys, how you doing? Wait. A little bit more light. There we go. Now maybe a little bit too much light. It's fine. We can work with too much light. No, we can't. Can we do light? Light is okay. Light's okay. How is everybody doing? Welcome to Bitcoin Daily. Sometimes 9 a.m. to European time, sometimes on Monday, Friday, sometimes, we gotta know what's happening with Bitcoin altcoins. And right now it is sometimes that we need to talk about what is actually happening on the chart. We are having a nice pumps. Everybody is in disbelief because there was a small rising exhaustion pattern up here towards upside that broke towards upside. If you've seen on Twitter, and if you've been following me on Twitter, you will see that I saw if we do that, the bears are gonna get tracked. It is the pain for the bears, because if you have been not noticing that everybody was seeing this, rising channel up here, everybody was thinking, this is gonna drop down for whatever reason, and it is true. These kind of patterns do drop down towards the downside, but what they fail to understand is that in strong bullish trends, bearish patterns break bullishly, and when that happens, that's strong bullish trend. Now we are having a strong bullish trend. I don't think this is gonna hold for a very much longer. We are going to 46k, at least about 40k, maybe even 2k, 43k, but 46k was target all along, so we're gonna go with that. But I would say anywhere between 45 to 50k, give or take. That might be very, very nice, exit points up there. But it is gonna go fast, and I have, a couple of things that I wanna say. So we are doing this Bitcoin Daily, so I can actually talk a little bit about these things, and we'll see where, where this ends. That said, I don't think this is the top. This is so far from the top that we can actually get, and I think this is the last pump. As you see on the thumbnail, and as you see in the title, the last pump is approaching, and the reason for the last pump is because we need that FOMO to pull actually back. Right now, we had a couple of very fast move towards upside. We had a long consolidation. We had a couple of springs towards downside, and what we are doing right now is having this, less pumps when we kill all the bears, get everybody to FOMO in, get everybody to notice, ETFs are approaching, and then we dump towards the downside. So it is November, 11th November right now, 10th of November, and yeah, it looks like we are getting very, very close there. Bitcoin's up right now 1.16%. It's even pumping right now. Yesterday I said, and if you look here on yesterday's move, yesterday's daily candle managed to get out of this channel over here. Now, a lot of them don't believe this is the channel, but that's fine. We got everybody has their own channels. I think the channel is very, very nice. We actually managed to close above the channel, pull back into that midline up here, and right now we are continuing towards the upside. But I think as soon as we are above this monthly resistance up here, outside of this bigger channel over here towards the upside over here, I think once we are above that, this move up here to 46k will go very, very fast. Very, very fast to 46k, give or take. Plus, when I say give or take, I mean 46k might be the resistance level, but I would say anywhere between 45 and 50k, it is a reasonable target, because once you get these very, very high levels, big FOMO, you never know. It's very hard to hit the target on the dollar because the price moves so fast, and the price is very, very spiky. So these moves can come 46 is started, but we can go above that, a little bit below that, depends when selling starts. Before we start, how's everybody doing in chat? Booyah, Jurgen, what's up? Poof, let's go, man. How you doing, man? Pump down to zero. Simply human, what's up? He coming or going? Clickbait. I come here for intro music. There you go. Liam already got what he wanted. Yo, the green is goblin. What's up? Vinet, how you, man? I'm good. Mladen is in the chat. Jurgen is here. We can start. How's everybody doing? So yeah, today I was actually looking on YouTube. Benjamin Cohen. He was talking about ETH BTC, so we can start with that. We're gonna go back to Bitcoin, but we're gonna start with ETH BTC because for whatever reason. He was talking about ETH BTC, and the thing about him is that he's not tech analysis. He's an on-chain analysis. He's a fundamentalist. I don't know what to call it, but he likes to look at different metrics on different stuff and try to make his opinion on that. So he made a 54-minute video today about ETH BTC and why BTC should do this move up here, which could happen, which is could be very, very likely. Not very lucky, but you know, it could happen, and this is a very normal move for any kind of strong bearish move, because this is a falling wedge. You exit out to the falling wedge, you retest, you get rejected, go below the midline, you continue towards downside. Strong bearish trends do this. Unfortunately, we are not in a strong bearish trend. Bitcoin is pumping, Bitcoin is coming to certain top, and Ethereum will outperform. So I think up here, this midline over here will get this on the weekly time frame. On the daily time frame, you'll see over here that we already back in the channel. If this channel is correct, we are already back channel right now, pulling a little bit back towards downside up here. But I think this is gonna go all the way up here towards the stop, maybe even break this towards the upside. And this is what I think is gonna happen. I think Ethereum is gonna outperform Bitcoin very, very soon, and it needs to happen. Eventually, it will happen. Eventually, Bitcoin will come to top. Whether that's gonna be above 38 when Bitcoin starts getting into this distribution zone around 40k, give or take 15 plus 15, yeah, around 45k, 40, yeah, give or take. Once Bitcoin gets into the distribution zone, I think Ethereum is gonna outperform it. Also, if you've been looking at altcoins, altcoins are looking actually very nice. They've been slowly pumping towards the upside, and right now there is always some kind of altcoin that's doing like 20-30% pump, and then, you know, out of nowhere. So people are always like, how is this coin suddenly pumping? It's not suddenly pumping. There are channels on the chart. There are channels. There are different channels on different coins. And once these channels starts breaking and these patterns start, you know, playing out, once the major resistance level gets broken on the, you know, they pump like 20, 30, 40%. It's a normal move. So we are expecting altcoin season very, very soon. We are expecting Ethereum to go outperform Bitcoin. But thinking about Benjamin Cohen, he's not a technical analysis. Now, if you want to have a laugh, you can go to his channel, watch the latest video, 54 minutes long. Somewhere in the middle, he starts, you know, drawing lines on the chart, and he understands that, you know, he should not be doing this. You know, he should not be doing that. Like, and when it comes to Benjamin Cohen, you know, he might be good analyzing fundamentals. Benjamin, man, nothing against you, you know, just, you know, stick to what you are expert in, and it's definitely not the lines. It's definitely not the lines. But we explained this before up here, how this actually plays out. Ethereum, Bitcoin, we have, you know, a falling wedge that breaks down, gets back into the wedge up here, breaks this towards upside. It's only after a breakout of the resistance line up here that this actually goes. Not only that, a bottom, descending channel is actually extremely bullish. So any kind of descending channel is extremely bullish, and this actually looks like it wants to break towards upside. This over here looks like a capitulation phase on Ethereum, Bitcoin right now. Over here we had a nice spring right now, right back up here above the line up here, pulling a little bit back. It could be a little bit here and there, but you know, eventually I think we're gonna come you know, to the top resistance level and then break this towards upside. So I think Ethereum will still outperform Bitcoin eventually. Benjamin Cohen was talking about interest rates, how interest rates are affecting, you know, ETH BTC chart. We talk about the merge and stuff like that, and you know, I was like, you know, no, it's not like that. It doesn't happen like that. If you look at Ethereum chart over here, this is one of the you know, targets that we are looking at. I'm looking at for the Ethereum. Over here, we might not be all the way up in the channel, but there is another channel up here that actually broke right now. Where does the channel go? Something like this up here, give or take, right there. So this is the channel right now that recently are pumping. Yesterday, Ethereum pumped 10%. Yesterday, Ethereum pumped 10%, and the news about BlackRock ETF came right over here, right before the breakout, right? So you gotta ask yourself, what is more and more important, knowing the charts or knowing the news? Because the news pumped price hard, but it pumped it right at the right time. It didn't pump it, you know, somewhere over here. It didn't pump it somewhere over here. It pumped it right when we are starting breaking towards outside. So whether, you know, the news or the chart tell the actual news, that's the big question. And we still believe over here in this channel that, you know, TI is the, you know, telltale signs of what's gonna happen next. So we don't care about news, we care about what's happening on the chart. So we always know that when there is some kind of, you know, bullish sign, some kind of consolidation, something is waiting for something to happen. So somebody knows something, that it might be some kind of very majestic resistance level right over here. And somebody knows something up here in this consolidation, you know, pump priced up to the resistance level, is consolidating, does not follow that, falls down. Somebody knows something, somebody is waiting for something, the price is not pulling back, and then the, you know, the catalyst, the thing that actually pushes above the resistance comes out as the news. and then the price goes, and everybody's like, oh my god, how could that happen? So there is that. Just a second, yeah. Sto dai. Guarda. Dai, look at that. So Ethereum did a 10% up here, while Bitcoin did like 5%, something like 12% actually move yesterday, which is very, very nice. So, you know, I think this is the very start of Ethereum. Yes, right now it's having a little bit pullback up here, but I mean 12%, you gotta have a pullback. Eventually you gotta have a pullback, and then we'll see how this actually plays out in the long run. Right, but Ethereum's doing well. Ethereum, I think Ethereum's already starting to take over the chart. It's having a little bit pullback, but overall, you know, it will play out. Bitcoin dominance chart is coming to tops up here. Where is the line? Where's 200 moving average? This is 200 moving average. You can see that previously we have been above that 200 moving average. This can still continue towards the upside. The trend up here is technically broken up here. There are a couple of trends up here. This is the third trend over here. The second trend goes something like this over here that I think we broke. Let me just try to, you know, draw that on the chart. Maybe something like this up here, give or take. You can see up here that we broke that this trend over here towards downside up here. So it's already losing dominance. So, you know, altcoins are already kind of, you know, getting up there. But and right now there is a channel down here. Something like this up here, which, you know, it's consolidating up here. Maybe it breaks up here and then, you know, pulls back towards downside, but the dominance is already very, very weak. So up here there was very strong dominance. We start hitting 200 moving average. We are right now breaking that. I think this still can continue a little bit towards upside up here. This on a weekly time frame up here, so, you know, you might consider, but I think eventually it will pull back because altcoins are actually doing very nice. A lot of altcoins, like we said, they're pumping like 20-30% here and there, because they are actually getting out of these very major you know, resistance levels and zones, and it is only a matter of time before, you know, altcoins as a whole start having this, you know, altcoin rally. So what people are saying, when people are saying, you know, altcoin season, they also mean the last part of the altcoin season. They don't mean actually, you know, the altcoin season, you know, the entirety. They mean just the last part, right? The pump. So over here you have Shiba, for example. Over here, Shiba is example, and once Shiba starts breaking out up here, you know, it's gonna have a very nice rally. But this is the last part, right? Once it starts breaking out, this up here, you know, it starts getting into this last part of the price, and then it pulls back, right? Whether this is gonna happen or not, it really doesn't matter. But when people say about, you know, altcoin season, when is altcoin season? Altcoin season already started up here, right? At least for Shiba up here. This is accumulation phase right now, you know, it starts up here. You get FOMO, you pull back, and then you have this, you know, nice 2025 bull run up here towards the top. But people are waiting for these mega moves that when everything pumps. But right now everything is already pumping. I said a couple of days ago, if people don't notice altcoins pumping, but they are doing like 2-3% a day, they pull back 4%, they pump, you know, 6%, so they're up like, you know, 1%, but nobody notices it. But this happened day after day after day, and slightly and slowly, you know, slowly the price climbs, right? Over here you got a mana. I mean, people don't know, it goes fast, but, you know, it just goes like, you know, a little bit up, a little bit down, a little bit up, a little bit down, and like it climbs so slowly, and, you know, and the only thing that people notice is this last part where it actually pumps, you know, 20-30%, and by the time they actually notice, you know, the price is already up here, and they're like, oh my god, should I buy mana? You should bought mana down here, you know. It's nice to say that in hindsight, but, you know, the slow pumps are actually happening all over the place. All altcoins are having these slow pumps, and nobody is noticing it because they are very, very slow. It's only in the last part that people actually notice what's actually happening. So ETH chart up here, it looks very, very nice. Let me just go a little bit back up here to the chart. Can I get all the way back to Ethereum chart? There we go. So this chart up here I drew yesterday, today, or something like that. It was actually at 4K. This channel up here was at 4K, and this channel comes from, you know, the same Bitcoin channel. Let me show you a Bitcoin channel up here on another chart. So Bitcoin channel has also the same kind of channel. It goes from the top towards the top, bottom down here. Where's the top up here? Let's just pull like this up here. Give or take, it really doesn't matter. So this is the top because we had a higher high and we had a low. So these three create a very nice channel. This channel goes up to 46k. That's the target right now that we are looking at. But the Ethereum has the same kind of chart, right? It has double top up here on the chart. It has these bottoms, these very nice channels, and this might be also the case for Ethereum 3005. So if you see just from where we are right now to towards top, that's like 17% move, while Bitcoin has something like right now the upside for Bitcoin right now is something like 26% move. So Ethereum has actually double the upside than Bitcoin if you are going to go to 3,500 on Ethereum. I'm not saying it's going to go, but it is very likely. 17% for Ethereum is nothing. Once it starts pumping and everybody starts FOMO in, 70% of 3,500 for Ethereum is very, very easy. That said, you also notice that 70% versus 26%. So this chart that we just talked about, this chart, the ETH-BT chart, will continue going towards the upside. So we cannot just look at one chart, we gotta look at more charts, but that is at least target for Ethereum, right? So Bitcoin up here, as we just said, let's just quickly go over Bitcoin a little bit. Bitcoin has a faster pumps. The higher Bitcoin comes, the faster the pumps comes along. So you'll notice here, let me just take the clean chart, and we can actually see what's happening. So what you're gonna notice, and let me just consolidate this a little bit up here on the weekly time frame. So what you're gonna not see is that the pumps are going faster and higher, especially the last pumps are always fast. So we had one pump, a huge consolidation, second pump, huge consolidation, third pump, huge consolidation. Right now this is 4 pump, but this pump up here is not gonna have these kind of consolidations. So this like 4 or 5 weeks consolidation, this like month 2 times, this like also 2 months time, whatever, right? These are huge consolidation periods up here. I don't think we're gonna have a lot of consolidation up here before we get to 46k. I think this move is already right now going all the way to 46k, and it's going to be pretty much over by that time. But reason we cannot have consolidation is because consolidation stop people from FOMO in. So when you have big moves towards the upside, you want to have something like that. Big moves up here, slight consolidation, continue move, slight consolidation, less consolidation, and continue move. So what I think is happening right over here right now, I think right now we are going into the parabolic move. So I'm gonna make a prediction up here very, very fast and say that this move until 46k will not fall below, because parabolic moves do not tend to break the trend. So let's assume this is not gonna get broken up here. It will follow this, so this move over here right now will follow this line, and right now it will not fall back below 35k. So when it starts going up here towards the upside, this line up here, this trend line 39-40k will not get broken. As soon as this trend line is broken right now over here, it's pretty much over, right? And we might get even a faster move up here where there will become another trend line, but as soon as this trend line is broken, it is pretty much done. But I think right now this move up here, because this is first, second move, third move, there will come a faster move. So if you think this is fast, it will come a faster move up here towards the upside. This part over here took this consolidation up here took something like 2 weeks time. This is a 14 days period, 14 base period. Within 14 days, and there will be no 14 days up here, I think it's gonna be take a week at most, and I think the Mladen might be right. 6th to 9th in November. Like that guy is, he knows the dates. So I think it's gonna be something like, a week's time, give or take. I don't think it's gonna be longer consolidation than this one. It just might start to continue pumping right over here without actually any stops. But if we go very, very fast, once this fast move over here is done, there will be another line. The trend will be broken. It will go into distribution phase up here. This trend line will be broken, and by that time, it is pretty much confirmed that this move is broken. The FOMO has actually happened, and we are gonna pull back towards the downside. But what I want to say is that this move up here, it looks like a less parabolic move to the 46 or something like that, where we actually pull very, very heavy towards downside. So this move must go faster and faster and faster towards upside, and the reason for that is very simple. You gotta get everybody to FOMO in. Right now is the part, it's not the part where you get everybody, you know, to FOMO in, then pull back a little bit, FOMO in, then pull back a little bit, and you know, because when you pull back, they sell, and then you pull back. I mean, you want to do that when you wanna, you know, slowly climb towards upside. You know, they sell bottoms, they buy tops, you know, stuff like that, right? And you can do that in some kind of slow option, but once you're having this, you know, fast option, you cannot do that. So there are no more pullbacks. You are not getting a chance to pull back. If you've been watching Crypto Banter, they've been, you know, showing this pattern up here, this you know, exhaustion pattern up here, and this exhaustion pattern, in any kind of bearish scenario, this exhaustion pattern should have fallen towards downside. This impulsive move up, this exhaustion pattern towards upside, this exhaustion pattern in any kind of bearish scenario, any kind of consolidation scenario, this is actually a very normal thing. I would say, you know, if you watch that Bukowski's, you know, chart pattern site, he will probably say that there is 70% chance that this pattern breaks towards downside. Now, why wouldn't you take the trade? Because we are not just looking at patterns, because we know that patterns do break towards upside and downside, and even bearish patterns in a strong bullish trend, they will break bullishly. So we know that this thing is going to break towards upside. Why? Because we are in very, very strong bullish move. We are not just analyzing the charts and the lines, we are also analyzing the psychology of the market and how people are reacting. When did they FOMO in? I mean, that's psychology, right? That's psychology. There is a thing that I want to show you when we talk about big fast moves. 2017 big fast move up here. There was actually only 3 moves in the entire move up here from the third 3K all the way up to 14K up here towards top. There was only 3 moves. This is the initial move when you start going sideways up here and everybody thought this is gonna dump towards downside. Oh, it's broke down, it's gonna dump towards downside. It never broke towards upside. And then you got this second, you know, pump move towards upside. And then now over here after the second move, everybody thinks it's gonna dump, oh, it's gonna go up, everybody FOMOs is, then you pull them back down, everybody's like, oh man, this is a triangle, it's gonna pump down, and then you have this third move. So there has been only 3 pumps in entire move from 3K to 14K. There has been only 3 pumps towards the upside, only 3 pumps. And even this pump over here, the slice pump, actually started up here once you broke the resistance level, consolidated, and it went towards the upside. But here's another thing: once you broke the resistance up here in this last move, there has been not a lot of consolidation. You know, there has been, you know, 1, 2, 3 days up here, you know, consolidating up here a little bit, and then continue towards upside. There is not a lot of in this last move. There is not a lot of consolidation. The price moves higher and faster towards upside. But what I want to tell you is that, you know, you don't get a lot of these pumps. These pumps comes very rarely, and the only pump that you can actually, you know, buy into is this last pump up here, because then you're still buying the tops, right? The normies, the mainstream, they see the pump, they don't buy, and they buy the tops, right? And then they sell the bottoms, right? And then once it pumps, they still buy the tops, and they hope it's gonna go higher, you know, but it pulls back, and they're like, everybody talking about how everything is bearish, it's gonna go back down, and then they start selling up here because, oh, I want to buy back at 3K, right? And then it starts pumping. And then when it gets up here, this is the only place right now when it starts going up here towards upside where they actually start, you know, buying, and they can actually, you know, get the FOMO feeling that actually working out for them towards upside. The problem they have when they buy up here, they do not sell up here these stops, because they still think, oh, it's gonna go higher up here. So there is a lot of bullishness up here at the tops, which we also gotta understand. There will be a lot of bullishness once we get to the top of 46K. Just like over here on the bottom, there has been a lot of bearishness because it's gonna go lower, Over here, there will be a lot of bullishness up here towards the top, where everybody be up here, where everybody's gonna be like, oh, it's gonna go higher, you know, it's gonna go up, you know, there will be good news, you know, oh, Matic is doing that, oh, Solana is doing it, oh, Injectic Protocol is doing this, oh my god, this is the next big move. You know, when people are too euphoric and stuff like that, the good news do come out. Unfortunately, this is the top, right? We are also expecting ETFs to come out. And I don't say this often, but Peter Schiff has been, you know, active on Twitter and been talking about how ETFs, BlackRock ETFs are gonna dump the market, and I agree with him. And you know, this has been the theory all along, that once ETFs are out, it is the sell the news event, and it will dump the market. So when these ETFs are gonna come, probably at some kind of very crucial moment up here around 46K, then we're gonna come out, oh, ETFs, there will be a lot of bullishness and the price will go down, right? So that's what we're looking for. ETFs are also one of these, you know, telltale signs, signals for us to exit the market, and that we might be into some kind of correlation, consolidation, and moves back towards downside a little bit. Why didn't nobody tell me that my chart is a little bit moved up here? Pre-response for the 2017 channel, 2 doublings. Yeah, in 2017 up here, before, if you go look all the way back, yeah, there is another channel. So I saw another channel. I want to show you the channel. Where is the channel up here? Did I change the? I removed the channel. So a good exercise you can actually do when it comes to finding channels and learning something. I look at this channel up here. It is very nice. So I was looking a little bit history on what Bitcoin has been doing and stuff like that, right? And this has been a very nice channel, because I was thinking like, okay, so right now we have this channel over here, this channel over here, and we have this big channel up there. And if we have been right now in 2017, now 2018, and we need to figure out where the price is gonna go next, how are we gonna do that? Because we don't have this, we have this, very steep channel over here that broke sideways up here, and we had this channel up here, and right now we're looking for this move up here. How do you find targets for these kind of things, right? And I think this channel up here is very, very legit. Now look at this up here, doubling of this channel towards upside. Doubling of this channel towards upside gives us this target up here, breakout up here, pull back over here, and let's double it one more time over here towards upside. Very, very nice resistance level, right? I mean, if this isn't the best channel that you've seen, a 2018 channel, I don't know. It is very, very nice. So that's how and you can see, just because you have a doubling of the channel, that does not mean that that's the top, because it can continue to triple, it can triple the channel towards upside, right? And this move over here triple the channel towards upside. We are a little bit unsure whether this is gonna, there is another, and there is, we have a bottom channel up here, so we can say that this might actually go all the way, doubling up here towards upside. And doubling up here, it's 42k, and tripling up here is actually a little bit higher than that. It's at 51k, but it depends on, I think a lot might disagree with the channel a little bit, and maybe it's not the perfect channel, but the stuff can triple the channel. But the first target around 43k up here towards upside. You can also see how nicely it broke up, climb up here, and right now it's bouncing up for this channel towards the midline up here, and eventually 42k, 46k up here somewhere, and then pull back eventually. Tron is breaking out. I just read today that Polynex is been hacked. Polynex is exchange of Tron, I think. Tron is up 6% right now, but it also have this very, very strong chart, and right now this chart is breaking towards the upside. So Tron is up here pumping like crazy after this breakout. Right now it's up 6%, but the channel is broke towards upside. Tron has been one of these coins that's been since where is up here. This is a capitulation. It went a little bit down, and then it started pumping. And after Bitcoin started, this is January up here. Entire year has been slowly climbing. Nobody's been noticing Tron, and right now it's breaking up here for the last move towards the upside up here. Not the last move, but this formal move towards the upside, right? It's breaking out of the channel towards the upside, and it does look very, very strong. There are not a lot of strong coins that have been outperforming everything, but Tron is one of these coins. Tron is one of these coins that has been outperforming everything. And right now everybody's talking about Kaspa, because Kaspa is exploding like crazy over here. Not so long ago, a couple of days ago, maybe up here, on this first breakout up here, we saw that resistance is broken, and everybody was a little bit scared that this might pull back. And even I was, maybe there is another channel up here, But right now it is breaking everything. There was a slight consolidation up here, over here, and right now it's going up here. And you can see up here with the dojis, right? People who take these, here is a good lesson. So people who take these candlestick patterns and any kind of patterns, bearish patterns like rising wedge needs to break down, doji needs to pull back, they get wrecked, right? Because you have to see more than just the pattern. Over here, this very, very undecisive doji up here after an impulsive move towards upside. So people are, oh, this has to pull back. No, it goes up, and this bearish over here, this bearish doji, this bearish pattern up here breaking towards the upside is actually strongly bullish. And you can see up here what actually happened after that. Yes, it pulled pull back up here, but just continue towards the upside. This over here, this week on the downside is a very good sign that, you know, the selling has started. So right now Kaspa is, you know, still pumping towards the upside, but the selling has started, because you can see up here, as soon as this hits 0.77 or whatever, 0.8 give or take, the big selling, you know, came up here. We can go to the small time frames to see where it actually selling came. Selling came actually at this is the week. Selling came after we came to some kind of 0.93. That's when we got to this big week, and right now we are doing this, you know. But this is actually a very bad sign for Kaspa. So I would say right now that this is also one of these bearish things. It does not have to mean that this is gonna pull back, because this is initial selling. So whoever started, you know, 0.03, it went all the way up here, pull back all the way up there again. But this is just showing that the selling has started. At least, you know, people are taking profits. It does not mean that it's gonna go down, because if this continues towards the upside, it means that, you know, whoever sold up here, you know, it's just taking preliminary profits. There might be some kind of resistance level up here that they are just shorting for whatever reason, but this can just continue towards the upside. I haven't analyzed Kaspa that much, but it is doing very well. Solana is still going towards Milan and starting. Solana is up 10% right now if you go to the daily time frame up here. Michael, Milan and target is 54. It's still going towards 54. It hasn't broken the trend, and trends are very, very important. Trends are channel, and as long as it doesn't break this trend, this can actually break over here towards upside and go even higher than that. But Solana has been one of these coins that's been like Matic last run. If you remember how Matic played out last run, Matic had, you know, too much euphoria, too much everything, and then it pulled back. And then it pulled back massively right after that, right? And Solana has been having this, you know, euphoria, talking about, everybody's talking about Solana. So whether Solana is gonna break out of the 54 or not, we have to wait to see. But, you know, the next target is around 54. Doubling of the channel. See the channel, doubling of the channel. So that might be the case. Maybe it's a little bit different channel. Maybe the channel should be something like this up here, where it actually breaks down, and then you have this move down here, and then the doubling of the channel is actually over here, and you know, looks like this will stop. And right now it's going for tripling of the channel, so maybe tripling is up here at something like you know, 59 bucks, maybe, give or take. The channels, you know, it's art. Drawing the channel is an art. Inch coin is doing very well as well. Where is Inch? I've been looking at Inch as well, because, you know, you look at stuff that's pumping like hard. Where is Inch? Goddamn, there is Inch. Inch is up 6% right now. If you go to the weekly time frame, it's almost at all-time high. It's not actually quite there, but it's almost. But it's coming very, very high right now, and a lot of people are FOMO in thinking that this is gonna go parabolic. That's also the one thing that you know, we need to remember. People think that this move is a parabolic move towards the, you know, all-time high. And this is actually very good for us. So right now we are sitting at 38k. At 46k, they've been gonna talking about how this is a parabolic move towards the upside, even when the break of the trend starts happening. So if you're having Bitcoin, right? Like we just said over here, there is let's go to the daily time frame. Like we said, this is a parabolic move happening. So this is, you know, increasing in trend. But even once this you know, breakdown in the trend starts happening, people will still go saying, oh, it's a buy pullback, you know, opportunity. You know, we didn't FOMO in. This is gonna go, you know, to 100k right now, and it's gonna pull back, right? So once we start breaking trends, you will see a lot of people saying this is a buy the deep event. There will be a lot of bullishness, blah blah blah. It might even go higher up here. It might do the same thing I did in bull market and then break towards downside. It might actually create a lower high up here. It might actually be parabolic move where it actually does something like this over here towards downside. We do not actually know how this is gonna play out until it actually starts playing out at that time. But what I want to say is that there will be a lot of delusion at the top, where they believe that it's gonna go to 100k right now. It can go to 100k. We could be wrong, and if that starts happening, we're not gonna be like, you know, crypto savvy, gonna be like, yeah, it's gonna pull back. We're not gonna be bears. We're gonna you know, switch the switch, and we're gonna say that, okay, we were wrong. We're going to 100k, like, we happy. You know, we're gonna be happy. And the big question is dog gonna come pump soon? Because Mladen bought the dog. And unfortunately, the dog had a big pullbacks, so, you know, there is that. You can see up here, Milan starts buying, and, you know, it doesn't want to break out. It was going up nicely and wants to break up, and then Milan starts, you know, buying, and it, you know, ruins our party. But the big question is the dog gonna break out very, very soon? Let me just see this line up here, because I don't know exactly where the line is. Maybe it's something like this up here, but maybe it's already broken. But the last part up here, I think it's more important on the line, and it goes something like this up here. Maybe. So maybe it has a little bit more time before it actually breaks out. But you know, then is the line actually legit? Maybe something like this up here and down there. And then you pull it all the way down here. Yeah, so I'm gonna start buying. Is ruining our party. We need the dog to pump. We need the dog pump. I think they don't want the dog to pump right now, because I think they just want to, you know, pull the dog still back down and wait for the 2025 mega pump. Because when dog goes, you know, dog goes very, very fast. I don't know if you noticed, but the dog goes very, very fast. It doesn't go like this. The dog goes like this towards the upside. Okay, most coins have these, you know, moves towards the upside, you know, slow moves up here. Dog goes like sideways, right up. So everybody's waiting for the dog to do that move. But I think right now, the dog, the Pepe, and the Shib, all of these three. Because dog is 2017 coin, Shib is 2021 coin, and Pepe... No, sorry. Dog is 2014 coin. Shiba is... when is Shiba actually launched? Yeah, Shiba is 2021 bull run. Doge is 2017 bull run. And Pepe is gonna be the next bull run. So I think all of these three coins, Dogecoin, Shiba, and Pepe, are all gonna be here in the next, you know, 4 years or something like that. Because we got three major coins, you know, every bull run has their own meme coin. The Doge is the original, 2014 start, you know, is start to get recognized. 2017 it pumped like crazy, you know, and everybody was, you know, crazy about it. 2021 pumped even more. Everybody was crazy about Doge. It put it on the map, and but 2021 we got a new, you know, meme coin, new king or queen, Shiba Inu, and Shiba Inu, you know, is still around, and I think Shiba Inu will do another great move eventually. And right now we got a third meme coin that's, you know, the top of the cream, and that's Pepe. So these three meme coins, they're gonna perform very well in the next bull market. They're gonna perform very, very well. When meme coins to buy, it's time to sell. It's pretty much time to sell, yeah. I just like relying on big personalities to pump my bags. Don't care if it's Musk or Haskins. No, when Musk and Hoskins, yeah, but when you start to get that feeling that, you know, or maybe Haskins is gonna do that, maybe Musk is gonna pay, you know, it's pretty much over. When the guys that you are expecting to buy and do stuff, they do buy and stuff, you know, prior to that, you know, it's pretty much over. But no, by the time you read about the big news and what's happening and stuff like that, it's pretty much over. Anyways, guys, I gotta go. My kid is sick, so, you know, I gotta take care of the kid. And mom is here. I'm not like letting her be alone, you know. I'm a responsible adult. But I gotta go and, you know, do stuff. High value wallets buying high loading bus. No, they already bought. They are just getting you, you know, to FOMO in. Yeah, that's that. That's it. Thank you for stopping by. I don't have anything much more to say. I think I said enough. I don't think this is top of Bitcoin. And whoever says that 38K is the top, guys, whoever says that 38K on Bitcoin is the top, unsubscribe from them. Have a nice day, guys. Where's my outro? Bye-bye.